From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
The World Health Organization has declared the novel coronavirus outbreak a public health emergency of international concern now after an emergency meeting today in Geneva. This morning, officials in Illinois also confirmed the first case of the virus spreading from person to person, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 6 now in the United States. Local doctors we spoke with today say the declaration of a health emergency isn't changing much of what has already been in place when it comes to diagnosing and treating coronavirus.
But it does help raise awareness for it. News 3 Now's Gabriela Becerra spoke with those doctors who say it's something else they don't want people to forget about.
When it comes to the coronavirus, it's a simple combination doctors are looking for: respiratory issues and if you've been to or been in contact with someone who has recently been to China. But if that is not the case, doctors say they are more concerned with something else.
We in infection control and infectious diseases, though, do recognize that while you also focus on preparedness for the unknown, you still have to keep your eye on what's in front of you.
As a new strain of coronavirus becomes more active, doctors say locally there's another virus that's of higher concern.
We're actually more concerned about influenza in the United States right now.
The Wisconsin Department of Health Services says the state has not hit peak influenza season. Doctors say they're seeing high numbers of respiratory diseases.
It's seeming that this is peak season right now. We are seeing, a lot of flu, a lot of other respiratory diseases like RSV are very, very prevalent right now in Wisconsin.
Influenza can be quite unpredictable, so we never know exactly which year what the season is going to look like. But certainly it does seem like this season has been a hard one in terms of hospitalizations, complications, and just the burden of disease overall.
As of Wednesday, UW Health has seen almost 400 adult influenza cases this season. That's compared to the 99 cases they saw last season. For pediatric influenza cases, the increase is similar.
We just can't afford to take our eyes off the fact that because this is influenza season, we just have to be prepared.
Doctors say the two viruses show similar symptoms, therefore prevention measures will also be similar. Wash your hands regularly, cover your cough, and stay home if you're sick to prevent spreading the illness.
With the spread of the flu, tomorrow the entire Waniwak Union Center School District K through 12 will be closed. The entire building will be disinfected over the weekend. No one will be allowed in the school starting tomorrow through Sunday. St. Paul Lutheran School, also in Waniwak, is closed as well tomorrow for the same reason. And just today, 2 schools in Watertown reopened after being closed for the last 2 days. 30 kids at St. Bernard and St. Henry were sick earlier this week. That's more than 20% of the students. Over the past couple days, custodians have been deep cleaning and disinfecting the schools from top to bottom.
New tonight, when it comes to coronavirus, the State Department of Health has elevated its travel advisor to do not travel to China. Today was the deadliest day for the virus, claiming an additional 40 lives, bringing the total to 213, with almost 10,000 cases confirmed now worldwide. The virus spread has placed nearly 60 million people under partial or full lockdown in Chinese cities now for a week. And a local company is directly tied to helping people who have struggled with coronavirus. GE Healthcare, the plant here in town, is making these machines that help people breathe. They say the demand has increased about 20% on these respirators since coronavirus started spreading. Staff there say they don't see the increase in demand slowing down anytime soon, and they're actually hiring 10 more people to help them keep up.
Getting a look outside tonight, our stretch of cloudy weather will continue for the next couple of days, but we are expecting a brief clearing this weekend. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti has our first alert forecast from the Weather Center.
And if you saw that view of the Capitol, you can see kind of haziness in the lights there. We've got a little bit of fog, we've got some freezing drizzle and some flurries out there. But the time lapse from the WIC Skycam shows that that's pretty much the way it's been all day long today. Just lots of low-grade clouds and a couple of flurries toward the end of the afternoon, and really didn't amount to very much. Right now on Doppler track, you can see a few flurries, mainly in central and northern Wisconsin. Southern part of the state, there's a little bit of freezing drizzle mixed in. I just saw some in the backyard a little while ago, but it's really not amounting to very much. Visibility right now between about 5 and 10 miles through southern Wisconsin, so there's some light fog out there. Temperatures by tomorrow morning will drop into the lower 20s. Highs tomorrow, lower 30s. Again, with a few flurries, freezing drizzle, and some patchy fog continuing through the day, but milder weather is on the way for the weekend, along with some sunshine for Sunday. I'll have more details on weather in a few minutes. minutes.
Gary, thank you. A Madison East high school business and marketing teacher is facing federal child pornography charges for 2 incidents involving hidden recording devices. Today in federal court, 37-year-old David Crutchin of Cottage Grove pleaded not guilty to the 7 charges against him. The incidents happened on October 27th and January 20th of last year. The investigation follows an incident on a trip to Minneapolis that Crutchin chaperoned, where students found hidden cameras in their hotel room. The incidents in October also correlate with dates of a school trip Crutchin likely chaperoned. If convicted, Crutchin faces a minimum penalty of 15 years in federal prison on each count. His next court date is February 5th.
An update to a story we first told you about last night at 10 o'clock. UW police say the man who reported being a victim of a strong-armed robbery at a campus bus stop has now been arrested for filing a false report. 57-year-old Darren DeLosa, who is not affiliated with the university, is now charged with obstruction. Madison Area Crime Stoppers is now offering a $1,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest in the homicide investigation of Nicholas Day. He was found dead on the side of Highway JG near Bergham Road in Blue Mounds on January 15th. Investigators want to speak with anyone who may have been in that area that day. Well, the president today was back in the Midwest touring an auto parts plant in Warren, Michigan, just outside of Detroit.
And then tonight, he hosted a rally in Des Moines just days before the Iowa caucus. In the meantime, the president's legal team and House managers answered questions on the implications of having an impeachment trial during an election year and over whether the Senate should consider new witnesses and documents.
Can't we take 1 week to hear from these witnesses? I think we must.
They put up 17 witnesses. Will it ever be enough?
Earlier in the day, Senator Rand Paul attempted to ask a question naming a person that some conservative media outlets believe is the whistleblower. It was blocked. Republicans have said the whistleblower is one of the witnesses they want to hear from, along with Hunter Biden. Should the Senate vote to subpoena former National Security Advisor John Bolton?
We are just 4 days away from the Iowa caucus. The race is tightening between the top Democratic contenders. A new Monmouth University poll shows Vice President Biden with a slight edge over the rest of the Democratic field in Iowa. But some of the candidates have been missing valuable face time. The impeachment trial has kept the 4 Democratic senators who are running in Washington. As the Iowa caucus gets closer, our political reporter Amy Reed will have live coverage from Iowa starting on Sunday. You can follow her updates on News 3 Now and the Channel 3000 app.
Wisconsin lawmakers are introducing sweeping new bipartisan legislation designed to curb pollution from PFAS chemicals. The package would allocate money to conduct research on how to destroy PFAS, sample wildlife for PFAS contamination, test municipal water supplies, and direct the DNR to enact limitations on PFAS in the state's water and air. Legislators passed a bill that would impose new restrictions on firefighting foam last week. That measure is now on to the governor for his signature. UW Whitewater trying to figure out a way to offset a decline in tuition revenue. Now, we first reported yesterday this could mean layoffs on the Whitewater campus. Today, they held a listening session for students and staff to get fully briefed on the scope of the budget deficit. The university has seen enrollment drop some 8% over the past 3 years. And what that means, according to a campus-wide letter from Chancellor Dr. Dwight Watson, is a way to cut some $12 million over the next 2 years.
The new CEO of Boeing says the company plans to restart the production of the troubled 737 MAX plane months before the FAA approves the plane to fly again. In his first press conference since taking the job last week, CEO Dave Calhoun says it is important to get his assembly line moving sooner rather than later. Boeing continued to build the plane throughout 2019, even after the jet was grounded in March. Work on the line was temporarily halted last week. Delta Airlines plans to replace the uniforms that hundreds of its employees complain are causing health problems. The uniforms worn by Delta's flight attendants, gate agents, and other customer service employees in airports are made by Land's End. Some workers who complained about health problems were given permission to wear other similar-looking clothing. More than 500 employees, most of them flight attendants, filed a federal lawsuit against Land's End in late December. Still to come at 10, our continuous blanket of cloud cover is expected to come to an end this weekend. Gary Canalti will have his full forecast.
But first, how local researchers at the UW want to reinvent the plastic industry. This News 3 Now exclusive is next.
Ashley Home Store's Mattress Marathon kicks off this weekend. Save instantly during the biggest mattress sale of the year on Tempur-Pedic and Cooling Gel Memory Foam mattresses from iComfort. Plus, get 55% off Ashley Sleep mattresses and doorbusters store-wide. Going on now at Ashley Home Store.
The biggest and best RV event in the Midwest is back. The News 3 Now. Madison Camper and RV show and sale. See over a mile's worth of RVs, camping equipment, and campgrounds under one roof. Tickets are just $10, and kids are free. Seniors, you're welcome at half price on Friday. Meet Gridiron Great Gilbert Brown Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Find out more and get your VIP ticket at MadisonRVShow.com. See you at the Alliant Energy Center, January 31st, February 1st, and 2nd.
Now get a Ford F-150 with $11,489 in total estimated savings, or get 0 for 72-month financing.
So my son says to me, Mom, did you switch your Medicare plan yet? And I say, yes, Robert. Dad and I signed up for a Medicare Advantage plan through Senior Preferred. And he says, Senior Preferred? And I say, yes, Senior Preferred. They give us access to the doctors we want and the drug benefits we need. And he says, that's nice. So how is Dad doing? And I say, your father is fine. My living room, on the other hand.
Senior Preferred. Medicare Advantage plans built for you.
The Real. Authenticated luxury consignment. From Gucci, Hermes, Louis Vuitton, Rolex, Cartier, and hundreds more at up to 90% off retail. All authenticated by our experts. Shop authenticated luxury the sustainable way, only at The Real. Get 20% off select items with the code REAL.
Furniture and Appliance Mart is inviting you to our Friends and Family one-day sale this Saturday with a Preview Day Friday. Get up to half off all appliances throughout the store. Plus, get a free 10-year limited warranty with any appliance purchase. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Hi everyone, if you are in desperate need of some sunshine, Chris has some good news for you. He'll have his latest in the weekend forecast.
And we're looking ahead to the big game on Sunday. We'll tell you why the colors the teams are wearing in the Super Bowl might make a difference.
See you Friday at 4:30.
Even when we're doing our due diligence to recycle, very little plastic can actually be used again.
But there is some serious scientific work going on at the UW to change that. Danica Lewis shares the story you'll only see on News 3 Now.
Almost everything we use is plastics.
It protects our produce, tops our juices, holds our lunch, keeps kind sentiments from floating away. It's wrapped around our beloved cheese. Even cheese that's wrapped is wrapped again. It's in our carts, in our clothes, the express checkout line sign. We can use all the reusable bags we want. But
it's impossible to go more than probably an hour without touching something that's plastic.
It's why Kevin Sanchez Rivera spends a lot of time in labs at UW-Madison.
Hopefully reduce that negative impact that plastic waste has had.
To make sure this durable yet undeniable staple of our lives isn't only used once.
The fact that they last forever can be it's a good thing, but it's also a very negative thing that we need to learn what to do with.
George Huber and his team have made it their mission to make the process of processing plastics more efficient. What makes this material so multi-purpose makes it tough to repurpose.
We never really want to solve these problems until we have to.
So here's the problem. Huber says 32% of the world's plastics go straight into the environment. 40% goes into landfills. 14% is incinerated or burned for energy. 4% is lost in the recycling process. That means only 10% of plastics out there are actually used to make something else, and most of them are downcycled into lower quality products.
And there's so much engineering that goes into making the plastic that makes them very complicated material, and then when we recycle them, they're all contaminated.
The way to deal with that contamination is by separating out each individual element in a plastic product.
Think about that 7-layer dip you'll bring to the Super Bowl party on Sunday. Sure, you can see all of the ingredients. That doesn't mean you can use the sour cream or reuse the refried beans without getting some tomato or guacamole mixed in. Same goes when you're trying to make something new with plastics that have already been mixed together. That's where Reed Van Lane comes in.
There's real demand from industry, from consumers, and from the government.
The biological engineer / chemist develops solvents to isolate different types of plastics in bags and bottles, everything, separating them so they're not contaminated. In layman's terms, he's orchestrating a kind of molecular dance to pull materials apart. Computer simulations help predict what could work.
A lot of that plastic that was previously used once now can be reused hundreds of times, thousands of times. And that's maybe a simple sounding change, but will be a dramatic improvement.
And despite the fact that plastics are complicated, Huber says the end goal is not.
My goal is to develop the technology that will revolutionize the plastic industry and develop the technology that will allow us to more efficiently recycle plastics.
Easy enough, or so we can hope.
So the team knows any process they come up with has to be affordable and accepted by industry partners to be successful. Well, they've already had some buy-in in the form of wrappers from an Appleton-based Amcor plant, ones that they can actually test out in the lab. And get this, Huber says some of these technologies could be implemented in the next few years.
Boy, smart guys, and you talk about research that's making a difference, right?
Making a huge difference. I mean, we're talking about changing the way plastics are actually processed and recycled.
And it's unavoidable.
Unavoidable. Yep.
Plastics are everywhere.
As George said, you can't go an hour without touching one. I believe there are many at this desk right here.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Floor crew liked the dip, by the way. Danica Lewis. Danica, thank you.
Sure.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joins us now with a look at our forecast. Hey, Gary.
Hi. We got some flurries and some freezing drizzle out there, but it's really hard to pick up on radar. It looks like a little bit heading up toward the Fox Valley, maybe a few more flurries south of Madison and Dane County, but you can see the better chances for flurries have stayed to our north and west, but can't rule out some flurries or a little patchy freezing drizzle. I was outside just about an hour ago, and there was a little bit falling here. Also some fog. Visibility right now 7 miles in Madison. The thicker fog is farther out to the west in Iowa and Minnesota, and most likely going to stay there. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Not only will they have fog, but some flurries or freezing drizzle for tonight and into tomorrow, and probably tomorrow evening as well. But near record high temperatures are possible by Sunday as sunshine returns. In fact, we'll go from 32 tomorrow to 44 on Sunday. Record high for Sunday is 47, set back in 1987. Some of the computer models are actually predicting temperatures up around that level because of sunshine and brisk southerly winds. 41 still mild on Monday, but then temperatures drop off to closer to normal, and the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center calling for equal chances of above or below normal temperatures here, but below normal temperatures out to the west in the 8 to 14 day outlook, and above normal temperatures to the east. So the storm track becomes a little more active when that happens, when you have warm and cold air separated like that. So above normal precipitation expected over much of the country, the highest probabilities out toward the central Rockies. Weather track right now, our winds becoming a little more southwesterly, and that will keep our temperature trend going up over the next couple of days. Weak area of low pressure in South Dakota, generating those flurries and some freezing drizzle. Winds are generally light, but out of the south, and so that will keep our temperatures up tonight into the 20s as opposed to the teens that we saw last night. Future track shows plenty of clouds overnight and into the day tomorrow. We can see from time to time there'll be a couple of flurries pop up along with some patchy freezing drizzle. Tomorrow night that will end. The fog may stick around for a little while longer. And on Saturday, skies will remain cloudy. But look at the clearing out to the west of us. And as we head into Sunday, here comes that clearing with mild west to southwesterly winds. That will bring temperatures up into the middle 40s. Notice the winds, though, shifting to the northwest after that. There'll be a weak cold front coming through, and that could generate some rain by Monday and maybe some snow by Tuesday and Wednesday. Computer model forecast showing one model with about 4 inches in Madison. This is over the Tuesday, Wednesday time period. And the other computer model about 1 inch with the heavier amounts down to the south. So it's possible we should see a couple of inches during that time period. Otherwise, for tomorrow, cloudy skies, high temperature of 32, some patchy fog, and a little bit of flurries or some freezing drizzles. Should not amount to very much. The 7 to 10 day forecast calls for that upward trend in temperatures to 37 on Saturday, still cloudy, 44 on Sunday, Groundhog's Day, and again, that record high temperature of 47. And then you can see those temperatures coming back down after the rain showers on Monday, with the best chances for any accumulating snow in the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. Temperatures will be a little colder toward the end of next week, and maybe some light snow showers or flurries for the following weekend. weekend should not amount to very much, but it'll be nice to see the sun at least for a little while.
Oh, I can't wait to see it again.
Enjoy
That's
that
like
8
10
hours.
days with cloudy skies. So.
Oh my gosh.
That's not, to me, that's the hardest part of these months when you don't see the sun. The snow is fine if you get some sun.
I boosted the lighting in the weather office just to kind of make.
They didn't even give you a window back there.
Right.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
Badger men's hoops team trying to move forward after the losses of 2 starters this week. We'll hear from Coach Greg Gard and his players after a short break.
News 3 Now First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Life happens fireside. When the ones you love most gather around the fire, life's warmest memories are made. And right now during the winter sale, create your own oasis indoors with instant savings up to $800 at Fireside Hearth and Home.
Now get a Ford F-150 with $11,489 in total estimated savings, or get 0 for 72-month financing.
It's starting.
Selection, price, and speed. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. 2 complete pairs start under $40. 2 pairs with Progressive start under $80.
That was epic.
Right glasses.
Right price.
Right now.
Back again at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison with another big winner.
We're here with Pete, who just won $50,000 on Progressive slots. How did you do it, Pete?
Well, first off, you get your rewards club card. You put that in the slots, the slot of your choice, of course. Now there I am. I'm seeing that machine. It's looking at me. We're vibing, and
it's vibing.
It's vibing with me. And then I start pressing buttons. Mash those buttons, as many buttons as you can press.
Buttons. There you have it, folks. Advice from a winner.
Well, I guess it's all about the buttons.
Who knew?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
You or someone you love will get cancer. It sucks, I know, because I've had it. So please join me in support of our superstar doctors and researchers at our very own UW Carbone Cancer Center. Call or go online to carbonecures.org and make your gift today. Local expertise, global impact. Help eradicate cancer now.
Do you get confused by wireless network claims? I don't blame you. The most reliable, the most awarded, the best, the fastest, the best and the fastest. It's too much. Sprint is doing things differently. They're offering a 100% total satisfaction guarantee. I mean, I think Sprint's network and savings are great, but don't just take my word for it. Try out the network and see the savings for yourself. Switch and get both an unlimited plan and the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus included for just $35 a month.
In 1930, we began helping people in Milwaukee who were hurt and killed by the carelessness of others. And we continue that fight for justice every day in towns throughout Wisconsin. Habush, and Rotier.
Life happens fireside. When the ones you love most gather around the fire, life's warmest memories are made. And right now during the winter sale, create your own oasis indoors with instant savings up to $800 at Fireside Hearth and Home.
Sometimes you hear people say, it's been a day. Well, this has been a week for the Wisconsin men's basketball program. Saturday, Kobe King told his team he's leaving the program. They go out and fight, but lose at Iowa. Wednesday, the Big Ten suspends Brad Davison 1 game for his flagrant foul against the Hawkeyes. So the Badgers will be down 2 starters Saturday when they host Michigan State. And today, head coach Greg Gard was asked what's next when it looks like a season's falling off the rails.
Are you the windshield or are you the bug, you know, so to speak? So we had a great practice yesterday. I thought what they showed me Monday night at Iowa, I'll go to bat with those guys. How we competed, how we battled, that showed me. That showed me what I got in that locker room. And like I said, I'll step on any floor with those guys with that competitive spirit.
The players are the ones who have to deal with the fallout on the court. Down 2 starters Saturday, 1 for the rest of the season. Davison had class after practice, so he really was unavailable. But Brevin Pritzel and Dimitri Trice said they still love their brother, Kobe King, and they just have to keep doing what they do every day.
There's nothing we can do about it. We can't change that, so it's on us who are still here, like Meach said, to take the step forward offensively, defensively, to make up for what isn't there for that one game and then going forward. So it's really on this collective unit, have a great day of practice both days in preparation, make sure our minds are all focused, bodies are prepared for this big game Saturday. That's really what it means is, continuing to stick with each other and then focus on the task at hand.
Wisconsin women at Indiana, breast cancer awareness game at Assembly Hall. Sydney Hilliard, Monroe in the house, led all scorers with 23 points. Badgers led by 16 in the second half. But here come the Hoosiers. Wisconsin up 3 late until Jalen Penn nails the triple to tie it at 61. We head to overtime where it was all IU. Allie Patberg getting buckets. Hoosiers win 75-65. The Badgers fall to 2-8 in the conference. La Follette hadn't won at Madison Memorial in 17 years. First half, La Follette's Kashawn Gibbs going to step back, going to hit the jumper, and the visitors go up by 8. Memorial answers. J.R. Mitchell, Logan Yonk, little baby hook, ties the game at 34. But in the second half, La Follette's Gibbs finds a wide open Derek Gray. A game-high 26. Lancers win 80-65, the final. Well, the 69th NBA All-Star Game tips off February 16th in Chicago. 1 week from tonight, team captains Giannis and LeBron will pick teams from a pool of 22. In that pool, another Buck. Chris Middleton's an All-Star for the 2nd straight season. The 8th-year pro is averaging a career-high 20 points to go along with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Middleton's coming off a career-high 51 against the Wizards. The Bucks are a league best 41-6. All-Star Game rule change alert. The first 3 quarters will all start with a score of 0-0. The start of the 4th quarter, the leader's total score will have 24 added to it in honor of Kobe Bryant, and the first one to hit that score wins. A lot more stuff going on, but there will also be hundreds of thousands of dollars that will go to charity after this game. So everybody wins, and Giannis is very good at the basketball. One more break, and we are back.
That's a lead pass from Curry for Giannis.
Save on everything for your home improvement projects at Menards. Dakota Pre-Finished Storage Solutions. Make it easy to create your own custom storage space. Dakota Shelving is ideal for bedrooms, living rooms, and laundry rooms. There's a Dakota product for every room of your home. 11 3/4 inch by 2 foot pre-finished shelves in 6 finishes are $4.98 each. Right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Dear Winter, it's been fun getting to know you. Sleet, blizzards, ice. I love that you don't hold back. We didn't take it personally when you tried to bury us under 6 feet of snow. It's cool. You do your thing, and we'll do ours. Stay chill. Toyota Trucks.
Get $750 customer cash on a new 2020 Tacoma, or get $2,000 customer cash on a new 2020 Tundra. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
At Papa Murphy's, we're making flavor magic for just $9. Introducing the new Combo Magnifico, a magical combination of giant pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and onions, all for just $9. Bake it yourself, then make it disappear. We make it, you bake it, Papa Murphy's.
The number of uninsured Americans rising. The cost of prescription drugs rising. The threat to people with pre-existing conditions rising. The good news? So is support for the one candidate who'll do something about it. As mayor, Mike Bloomberg helped expand coverage for 700,000 people, including hundreds of thousands of kids. As president, he'll lower drug costs and ensure everyone without coverage can get it. That's a promise. And unlike him, Mike actually keeps his.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
The race to the White House begins with the Iowa caucuses, and News 3 Now is there. Political reporter Amy Reed covers every angle with live reports starting Sunday. Stay informed with the area's most in-depth election coverage, only on News 3 Now.
Gary's here with the final check.
Well, skies are cloudy. We've got some flurries out there, not very many, and there's a little patchy freezing drizzle, but you can see just how difficult it is for it to be picked up on radar, so it's not very heavy. Visibility here in Madison looks like it's just dropped to 2.5 miles, so a little thicker fog right around Madison. Most areas seeing visibilities in the 5 to 10 mile range. Tomorrow, temperatures will climb to about 32 by tomorrow afternoon. Again, there could be a few flurries or patchy freezing drizzle through the day. That will end tomorrow night, then up to 37 Saturday, 44 on Sunday. Latest computer model forecast now shows 46, and the record high is 47, set back in 1987. So very close to that. And then you can see those temperatures coming back down with some snow chances Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
Okay, Gary, thanks for joining us tonight. Producer Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
The last issue on our 2020 editorial agenda of shared concerns is the environment, and boy, is it ever a shared concern. Young and old, but especially young, rural and urban, those who believe the science and even those who don't, are concerned about increasingly dramatic and destructive weather events and their impact on our planet. Climate change is real, and it is a crisis. Incredibly, the United States has abandoned the rest of the world in slowing and eventually reversing climate change, which leaves to cities, forward-thinking businesses, and citizens acting together the work of saving the earth our kids are inheriting. We will support that work in every way we can, both carbon reduction and readiness for the temperature changes, storms, droughts, and fires to come. Without addressing this issue, the importance of all our other issues is minimal. Some final thoughts on our agenda for the year in our next editorial.